Hey. Meeting you. Yes, I'm feeling a little bit nervous. Come on. I'm feeling a little bit nervous to meet you. Do you know how long I've prepared for this? Yeah, I even like worked in my hair. I wanted, to look so fancy for you, and I got so caught up, so I showed up with a bad hair day. So forgive me for my, yeah, weird looking hairstyle. It wasn't intentional. Yeah, I didn't really want to look weird. So it wasn't intentional, but yeah, Player Unknown tells us that the purpose of the game is to experience that good things happen when you try. So I'm trying this. I can't believe I've showed up in shorts. Yeah, I've shown up in my beach shorts. To me, you. Oh, I guess I'm comfortable in them. So I was planning to really, dress up for you. But guess what? Here I am, and I'm excited. I'm excited for this. Yeah, it's been quite a journey. It's been quite a journey for you and me, but I think for you mostly because I think when we go back to I want to take you through and how all this has been for me, especially because I can't tell, but yeah, so we're doing this one more time. My name is May Chirabo. Yeah. You know that I'm a visual storyteller, but I don't think you know that I'm so hyped to be here with you. Yeah. And guess what? It's me who had to show up today. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say. And yeah, these are the nerves. I think I'm nervously laughing. But when we go back, so the journey has been quite a journey. So how do I even give you a picture? So imagine these 4 dreamers, and they. Okay, so I can't even say 4 dreamers. So like I'm trying to explain it, but it's more like there's this dreamer, and she tells her friend that, of course, we can bring that cup home. And these friends, so that she has 3. I think we're going to focus on 3. And they're like, "Are you sure? It's like, yeah. We can do it. We're human. Why not? Why can't we do it?" And she really hypes them up. Really, really hypes them up. And guess what? They get into the whole thing and they work day in, day out. And if, in case you haven't noticed, they come from Uganda. And but I come from a specific place called Kawempe. And people who have come from Kawempe are dreamers. So I guess maybe because I'm from Kawempe, but follow me. So in the beginning, when I really told my friends that, you know what, yeah, we can do it. I didn't know they would take me serious, so they did. So we walk so hard, and let's first relax. So yeah, I had to first relax for this one, but she tells her friends that we can do it. We're humans. Your start doesn't matter. It's how you choose to end that matters. So they work day in, day out. Did I tell you? They were also dreamers, full of dreams. And guess what? Yeah, we made it. We made it. We made it to, what would they call it? If it was World Cup, we made it to the World Cup. And when we made it to the World Cup, yeah. Yes, some were just hyped that we had made it to the World Cup. And some couldn't believe it. In fact, when we look back to Ugandans, yeah, some were like, those guys are just, you know how my Ugandan people would say, they'll have so many stories. Some would be hyped that we've made it to the World Cup. Others would, some wouldn't believe it. In fact, some people, just like Man City and Arsenal game, I'm not really good at football, but the way people were talking about it, and it's psychological. Of course, Arsenal is going to lose. And I couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand how someone would predict the game before it even starts. But yeah, the odds are like that. Because the other team is really experienced. They have, old players. And our team, yeah, they're still juniors. In fact, how did you even reach here? Uganda has never qualified for Africa Cup. I don't know. Is it called Africa Cup? Afro Cup. I don't know football, but it's African something. The African football something. I need to do some research about this football thing. But what do you mean Ugandans have made it to the World Cup? Are you serious? Yes, because you know what? I wasn't serious when I said we could make it, but why not? So we were here and we are in the stadium. This is a very crucial moment because, yeah, people are going to bet on the other team, but there's still those supporters who believed in Uganda. In fact, some people are even fasting for us. That is how much they love the game. And yeah, we reach. And when we reach, so many people are betting, cause the betting is up there. But already, as I've told you, the odds are against us. But I had to bet on myself. I had to bet on myself that, you know what? I'm going to score in these minutes. So yeah, I'm there and I've bettered on myself. I'm like, yeah, no one is going to better me, and I have to make sure that I score in those minutes. So let's say score in 5 minutes. I know. I think you're saying like, but do you know what it means to reach World Cup? And I'm like, yes, I know what it means to reach World Cup. We did. We reached the future. Come on, have you forgotten? I've told you you are the man from the future. In case you are wondering, come on, I had to literally get on the internet to embarrass myself just to talk to you. So yeah, when we reach the future, yeah, like the way you imagine things, it's not how it goes down. Yeah, so future, the future, the future, futured. Yeah, so the future. So we reach in the stadium, eh? Now those guys. Those guys were good. Those guys were good. Oh my god. Okay, we are also good, but those guys were good. Damn. So we have finished the first quarter. And when we finished the first quarter, as I've told you, it's psychological. So you're like, fear kicked in and you're like, yeah, we can do this. Like, these guys are good. This, like, we don't have this. We didn't even have the proper training. Like, we didn't even have a diet. Like, we just followed our beating heart. And we dared to dream, and then now we are here. So what do you mean? Like, of course we were freaking out. Oh my god, we were freaking out. I wasn't freaking out. I don't know. Okay, I wasn't. Like, at first I was. Like, at first I freaked out, and then I'm like, you know what? I am the team leader, so I cannot freak out. So after I get my confidence, pump these guys up, I pump them up, but yeah, they got scared. So yeah, now we are back at the bench. We need to recoup and, talk about the strategy, how are we going to go in here. But it's so funny that one of my teammates tells me, by the way, these guys are not that fancy. And I'm like, yeah, you've realized? Yeah. But then, like, when we go back, when I go into this, that is the whole point of this. Okay, it started like that. Because reaching the future, and you have to leave beats. You have to leave all these clues for you. And I think we go back to transition. So the episode of transition comes on Valentine's Day. So it's a very intimate episode. I think Board of Governors is intimate, but this one was intimate. It was that episode that made sense for me, like on this journey of dreams, on this journey I had to go through so many different parts, so that I'm like, this die one, this it. So I would say, I think when we are still kids and you're like, oh, you should dream, you never realize the time, because you are in the dream and you never realize that, oh, it takes quite some time. And transition is more like a cheat code. It's an intimate episode in a way that what was happening that time, I was going through the whole journey of what it means to be a Christian, and what it will be like to meet God. So it was a very beautiful, beautiful journey behind the scenes, what's happening around me. But the episode was dropping on Valentine's Day, so it was kind of tricky in a way that, what can I tell you on Valentine's Day? We come from a country that is about survival. In fact, when you look at it, we were just from elections, and the buzz around the whole country was, this person has cheated us, this one has cheated us, this one was... So that's what's happening. That is what people are talking about. But it's an intimate journey, because Feb was that intimate for me. Understanding what it would be like to come before the throne. And the choice of song literally represents that. Like it has that call to you that, you know what, you're coming before something and you need to bow. And like when I go through the episode, at the same time, how do you know that I am moving? Because, okay, I have come from the future and I'm in a world that I have no idea how to navigate. Where do I start? How do I do this? But now we are transition. You've done everything. You've gone through the whole things, and you have navigated that, and the reason why it's called transition, it's because you have your old life. The way people say, you have your old life and there's a new life, and you kill this version of yourself so that you can, attain another version of you. Literally, that's how it goes. But then at the same time, there is that gap. Like when the old methods don't work, there is that gap when you are leaving so many habits that you never used to do behind, and you are trying to change. And I tried so many times. Like I reached that age, and if you see Dear Joash talks about the edge. So I reached that edge, and all the time I'll be like, what's the step forward? And so many people talk about the different things, and then I was like, when you reach that age, so the game, if I was to say the game is more like you journey through, and then you reach this age, and the edge is very tricky. So when you reach that age, some people call it the abyss, so I'm not going to use the abyss, but I'm going to use the age. So we are in a game and we have played all the levels, and it's like the game has ended. That's how it looks like, the game has ended. So there is this huge wall that is whitish. I think you've seen it in the movies. They display it as whitish, and like there's like certain things. And on that age, I reached there so many times, and I'm like, okay, but what am I not seeing? What am I not seeing? What am I not seeing? And I get to realize that it's so tricky. When you reach that age, it's like the game plays an illusion for you so that you don't even dare touch it to move. And most of the time when you reach that age, you are so scared, like you're full of fear, you're full of you feel of so many different things. So you reach the age, and it's like it reflects back at what you are feeling. So when you're feeling fear, it's going to reflect back something really scary, and you'll just go back. You'll be like, this is so hard, this is it, or something like that. So transition is like, I can't wait for you, because as the audience, I wanted to talk about so many different things. And so we reached the age, and like, you've played the game. Okay, now we've reached that age. You cannot understand this unless you play the game. And I think I've made that clear. You need to play the game, and someone is going to be asking, what's the game? I don't know, like, help that guy, tell him what's the game. But anyways, so you reach so when you play the game, you need to play the game. That's the only way you understand. So you reach that age, and when you reach that age, so I kept on, reaching it, and I dared not to touch it. And it took me a while, and you go through a lot. And I'm like, I've been pumping you up so that you reach the age. So transition is that episode that we have reached the age, and now we need to go through it. And when you go through it, it's very tricky. It's very tricky. Why? Because it reflects to you. It reflects so many different things. So if you listen to the episode, it's literally telling you that you can't navigate this without God. And I realized that was the cheat code. I'm not telling you to go and just go try to get to know God, and but the cheat code is God, in a way that this is the time I got to understand that it's about denying self. And it's a very tricky thing, because denying self is something that I think people don't even tell you that it requires a lot. Denying self requires discipline and all these different things, and getting intimate with God. So the episode falls on 14th February, and a month of love, and a day where people celebrate love. And what's the most beautiful way to celebrate love than celebrating someone who has changed my life and the way I see life completely, and that is God. So I for some people, transition doesn't even make sense. It's like, okay, what is this? It's here, it's there, but it's understanding. For you to go through anything, you need God. So you have to transition. So as I told you, like, there is this old self, and then you want to go to the new self, and in that gap, it's like the crossing, in a way that, let's visualize this, that there is old you, and there is new you, and then there is you, and you're like, okay, let me jump, and I'm like, I'm leaving old me, and I'm going towards new me. And in the middle it's very tricky, because old you keeps pulling you back. It's like, no, you come back this side, and new you is like, all you have to do is just move forward. Are you going to meet me? You're going to meet me. But now you are in the middle. You're like, I do not know. I don't see anything. I don't see anything where I'm coming from. I don't see anything where I'm going. Like, am I even moving? Am I even moving anywhere? And in that gap, it's very tricky because so many people give up in that gap, in the middle. In the middle, it's very, very tricky in the middle. So, and that's where we were. So the episode transition helps you transition through the middle. And the only way to transition through it is to have a compass towards towards the new you. So it's like the new you is telling you to, you know what, listen to my voice. So the episode, it's listen to my voice. I know, like, it's the middle is hard, the middle is difficult, everything is not really making sense, but just listen to my voice so that when you reach out, I'm just going to be there on the other side. So it comes with a lot of intimacy. It comes with the new you calling out you to just listen to the voice, and she makes everything clear. She's like, yeah, you know what? You're going to get lost. You're going to get lost if you try to find yourself outside. If you try to find yourself by yourself. So you need God to find yourself. And in that moment, it didn't really make sense because she tells you that, yeah, you're stretching in places that you don't know because you couldn't comprehend it, but it's okay. So there I planted something in your mind. I know you have come here, and I think by now you know I love the mind. I love things that concerned with the mind. It's really fascinating, and I'm always in awe when we talk about the mind. So at that point, transition didn't make sense for some people, but if you're on the journey, transition will make sense to you. And so when you look at transition, it says, he must increase, but I must decrease. It's that understanding that it's not about me. It's about him. And when you look at the episode before, which was the Board of Governors, why it is, love is never wasted. For if it's valuable, it doesn't rest upon the person receiving it. When you look at that episode, I had gotten to understand that there is an infection that, you know, comes and infects dreamers, and that is bitterness. And it comes from anger, the anger of being misunderstood, the anger of being misunderstood, and all that. So it builds up and it causes an infection, and then you get bitterness, and anything that is bitter can never produce or heal, do something good. So like the episode before, which is the Board of Governors, it's more of telling you that you need to learn how to love, and for you to love is to forgive, and forgiveness doesn't come easy. Forgiveness is very, very hard. So as you're on that journey, you need to forgive, because when you forgive, you eliminate that cancer called anger. It doesn't pile up, because when it does pile up, it causes an infection, and that infection becomes bitterness. So you can never see beauty when you're bitter. So transition is like, okay, you need to go through this, you need to go through this. Then I'm like, you know what? Now here I'm going to just whop you. Like, you're just going to sit in a car oh, in this time machine, and then like zoom, 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 then we continue. So transition comes like that. I was like, you know what, let me, because like, you know, walking through the whole thing, going through it, there's so many things that come like, you know what, let me, okay, here I'm cheating for you. And most of the times my friend always says like, I don't cheat for you, and I'm like, I'm constantly cheating for you. So transition is a cheat code, like a major one. So it's like zoom. Then after you pass through that, you get to the other side of the age, because like we said it from the age, so you get to the other side of the age, and then you get to realize like, oh, this is the unknown, and then you're like, yeah, this is the unknown. So when you reach the unknown, yeah, you're like, can we go back? I don't know what we're doing. So she's like, raise that gaze, you are forgetting, your gaze should be up, your gaze should be on the Lord. And that's where she comes in. So from transition, I hope I've tried to explain it more. So you come to raise that gaze, and raise that gaze. If you remember, Auntie Naka talks about, you know, when fear kicks in, raise that gaze. You have to just, you know, change, like look somewhere, like just you know, look this side, like don't go down and like what nah, you like, yeah, chin up, you like, we're gonna do this, you're gonna do it. Just like right now, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do this, I'm gonna meet you and, you know, talk to you. So yeah, so raise that gaze comes in that way, because remember, in transition you are in the middle, so you had fallen down, you had fallen down, and you were down, and you're like, you can't be looking down. We have to be looking up, because when you look down, you lose focus. Like, it's too much. It's, yeah, like you look at it and like, so like just raise it. And as we continue on the journey, yes, we meet Hero X, and Hero X tells you to be you, because we survive more in imagination than in reality, in a way that we think so much, like how it's going to be, what is it going to be, like, okay, this, okay, that. You draw a whole picture in your mind, and Hero X comes in to tell you to just be you. And as we continue to be ourselves, My Little Dreamer comes in. So My Little Dreamer comes in because of it's Women's Day. Yes, so Women's Day. That's where My Little Dreamer comes in. It comes in just there, but it was Women's Day and we had to celebrate women, and I'm like, okay, what can I talk about women? And I was like, if I was to talk about a woman, I'll talk about a woman who dreams, because that's what I know about women. They also have dreams. They are full of different interests and everything. So it was more about women, like women, and women who dream. I think there's this stereotype that women don't dream, or women. Okay, there is a lot of, we're not going to go in there, but anyway, so it's like in there, if you look at it, it's literally, it just comes in there, but it's a way, like I connected it to what we are going through, but it was like a refresher as you're going through this. And then if you've been playing the game, you get to realize that you're lost now. You are stuck. You are like, okay, you told us to call you told us to come to the unknown, just be ourselves. And I was like, yeah, but how do I know which direction, where, what? So, this is where you're like, I'm lost. So that's where the episode comes in. You're like, you're lost. So when the player is ready, the path appears. So of course, you have to be lost, and I really explain it to you in Lost. And when you are ready, then yeah, you get to realize that yeah, one step at a time, and This Is Me comes in. So This Is Me is you get to realize as you're moving, you're like, okay, I'm making my own path. I'm on my own journey. I'm on my what, and then you're like, by the way, no rule says I have to live like everyone else. I know, like that realization of understanding that that is why the path like disappears, because I make my own path. So you get to that, and after that we get into class, and the class we get into is Dreams 101. So Dreams 101 is another episode that one of my friends told me to break down. So I've broken down a transition and everything that has led to Dreams 101. So we entered Dreams 101, and this one was a tricky one also. Like I didn't know which one to go with. I wanted to go with Player Unknown, and I feel like you feel it in the beginning because she says welcome, and I'm like, so I wanted to go with Player Unknown. I'm like, no, but Player I feel like AI from Player Unknown won't really make you understand that this is your one wild beautiful life. Like, you need to understand that you have no second chances, no rewind button, just this moment unfolding right now. And what will you do with it? So, yes, it has taken me quite some time to convince you that this is your one wild, beautiful life. No second chances, no rewind button, just this moment unfolding right now. What will you do with it? So when we enter class, this one is also very this one is also very intimate for me, because it's the last episode in March, and March is my birth month. So Dreams comes in form of a class, because I love teaching. It's something for me that, I don't know, it's fascinating. It's that moment you sit down and you can nurture a mind into something. As I told you, I love the mind. So we come in with this excitement. Like I'm like, I need to teach you about dreams. And I'm like, you see, you have been dreaming, so you wouldn't be on this journey if you're not a dreamer. But Obulamu podcast really focuses on an artist. The journey of an artist, the challenges they face. You know, I asked AI to give me questions that, someone would ask me if we were to be on an interview, like right now. And it asked me like, why Obulamu? Then I'm like, of course it's a Luganda word that means life. And I'm like, yes. Why Obulamu? Because an artist has been forgotten. I come from a very, very different world. So many things. Like, You know how they say, yeah, I come from a jungle. Yes, I come from a jungle. Anything can eat you. Anything. Like, okay, like that's so literal. Like, like I'm imagining like you're walking and then a flower just swallows you up. Like, but yeah, it's a jungle. And in case you hadn't noticed, this is your one wild, beautiful life. No second chances, no rewind button, just this moment unfolding right now. What would you do? So, Dreams 101, yes, your mindset has changed, of course, because you've been in survival. You've been surviving like this routine, that, all these things. And for you to survive in the unknown, you need to surrender. But that surrendering is the reason why I'm here today. Nah. In case you didn't know, yes, I'm into such music. African beats. By the way, some people can be like, this is like, the whole African thing and African spirit. I'm like, nah, like, there is a way it speaks to me differently. It has nothing to do with that. But maybe I'm expressing myself to show you that I'm truly African and I'm allowed to dream. What do you mean? What do you mean? You are allowed to dream. It doesn't matter. Your start doesn't matter. It's kind of so personal to me, being in front of you, just to remind you that your start doesn't matter. I am here to pump you up. And I'm so proud of you. I know I'm getting emotional, but I am so proud of you. Like, you've been on this. You've made it this far. It hasn't been easy, I know. So can we celebrate this moment? Because we have one wild, beautiful life. Hey. I know I don't know the words, but it's okay to celebrate. Hey, 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 hey. I am proud of you. I know. Kababa ino mutima. It tests you. So, me showing up right now, it's not to even double dare you. Because I've already seen that, man. Yeah, you are in for the win. Well, for me to come here, if we go back, yeah, like, we need to bring this cup home. We need to. we need to bring it back home. So yes, abasajja batukubye in the first quarter. It hasn't been so easy. Yeah. It's not for the weak. Eh? But you have to understand one thing. The reason I've showed up today, maybe you're not getting this. Maybe you're getting it, but still you're not getting it. Because, as I said, your start doesn't matter. It's how you choose for it to end that matters. So, they say when you want to lead an orchestra, you have to turn your back from the audience. So here is when you have to shut out the noise completely. Yeah, man, it took me a whole, standing up on the internet just to convince you. Yeah, I have taken one for the team. I've embarrassed myself in front of all these people, but I don't care, because as long as you remember that you deserve it, you deserve to dream. You do. And it's okay. It's okay to dream. It's okay to have a pocket full of dreams in a world that has forgotten to dream. Yeah, we're doing this one more time. In case you don't know, my name is May Chirabo Nakabuye. I wouldn't identify myself as a Muganda. So many times I've fallen short. I wouldn't say that I belong to a specific tribe. But why do I have to belong to any tribe? The Bible says that, man will leave and, go find a wife, and then they will, have their own. So there must be a tribe out there that dreams, that feels the things the way I feel them. Of course, shine. Don't you ever shrink again. Don't you ever feel like you're too much. It's okay. You have one life to live. So, shine. You are called to serve. Human beings were created to worship. And the only way to worship is through your art. It's a form of worship. So transition feels like you're walking towards something big. Because yes, you're walking towards something big. It should. terrify you in an exciting way. I know. It should be so pumped up. Hey, because you know what? Somewhere, something incredible today is waiting to be known. Hey. 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 This isn't about popularity. It's about purpose. In case you haven't noticed, I am here to pump you up. I'm here to remind you it's okay to be excited. Come on, let me feel the excitement. I know it's been so long you've been excited, but it's okay to be excited. It's not irresponsible. It's okay to be pumped up for your dreams. It's okay to... You are allowed to be thrilled and stoked, electrified. You're going to be incredible. You are. As I said, we are turning our backs. We are turning our backs from the audience. Yeah. That turn, it's not easy. It's not easy, but I am here. I am here. I am here. Let's turn. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Come on, come on. We are turning. We are turning our backs. We are turning our backs. We are turning our backs. Yes. You need to turn your back. For you to lead an orchestra, you need to turn your back from the audience. Yeah, we need to face this side. Are you ready? You've done the work. We have put in everything. We need to bring this cup home. First quarter hasn't been easy. But it's okay. We are allowed to dream. Come on, come on, come on, come in, come in, come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. You are allowed to dream. You are allowed to fail. Because when you fail, you learn so much that you wouldn't have learned when you are upright. It's okay, like, you do not know. It's okay, you do not know. But that's the whole point of the game. Who is your compass? I can't hear you. Who is your compass? God. God is your compass. This is about purpose. This has nothing to do with, we need to shut out the noise. We need that head of yours in the game. Yeah? You need to lock in. You can do this. And this is not just hype. Of course you can do this. This is your life. So how you choose to live is the beautiful thing about it. That you have remembered to live, because an artist needs to live. That's the only way you can inspire the world. That's the only way you can touch the world. Yeah, in case you didn't notice, I'm speaking to you. Yes, I'm speaking to you as an artist. Because I need to intrigue your mind. We need to explore so many different things so that you can create. Don't hesitate. A dreamer doesn't what? They do not flinch. They don't. You should be excited. I told you I don't know what to tell you. But we are here. You need to be hyped up. It's okay to be excited. Man, you're so gloomy. Yeah? Be excited about your dream. People who, the funny thing about dreams? The people who first give up on you are your family members. They're like, nah, Then after, the family members, your friends give up on you. And the beauty about it's for you to understand that, by the way, this journey, you're on it alone. And when you understand that, you don't even feel bad that someone will give up on you, because yes, like when you look at the situation, it doesn't make sense. But it doesn't have to make sense. That's the whole point. And I think you've forgotten. The point is to live, to be present. So, I am here to remind you that it is in the month of May and it's gorgeous. So, maybe it's not a coincidence that I meet you in the month of May and I'm called May and the episode lands on May. It wasn't planned, by the way. It wasn't planned. But if I was to tell you how I come up with this episode has been inspired by so many different things. Like, I really wanted to see you in person, but yeah, due to unavoidable circumstances, you can't see me in person. Yeah, but I am still shy. But you will see me someday. And what is happening behind the scenes is I'm going through Revelation, and then we are at the part whereby Jesus has come back, and at the same time I'm in Ephesians, where we put on the armor, God's armor, the belt of righteousness, the sword of truth. We're going through also all that. So Jesus has come back, and we're in Ephesians, whereby we have all that. So yes, this episode has been inspired by a lot of things. The conversations I had with my friends, and they were like, I should explain transition and I should explain dreams 101. So I hope I've done them justice a little bit. But at the same time, I listened to some old music that I used to listen to, and it doesn't hit the same. So at this point, yes, I want you to look at your life one more time. Look at how far you have come. But yes, we need to say bye to the old life. This is why I have showed up. You need to surrender, take that leap of faith, and what? Turn your back and fly. Yes, we are back at the edge. Yeah, we are back at the edge, and just like I think I'm going to use Spider-Verse. Yeah, I love movies. I love watching movies. I love a beautiful movie, a beautiful story. And one of the beautiful stories I've watched is Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse. When I watched that movie, it really spoke to a young dreamer. And just like Spider-Man, like he figures out so many things, is, trying to understand everything. And I can't wait for part 3, because he's going to go through the journey that you've gone through. And I wouldn't say it's you versus you. I wouldn't say that. But I guess it looks like that. But when you surrender, you don't need to be against anyone, because you get God conscience. So when you turn your back and let go, and you have a leap of faith at the edge, and fly. Because you truly believed in yourself, but because you're anchored in God. So yes, that's how this episode has been inspired. We have Revelation. We have Ephesians. We also have animation. Oh, we have the garden. And there are these little cherry tomatoes climbing on a lemon tree, and it's a great day as usual because it's a great day. And they pop up, like they pop. They're these two really red in a sea of green, and your eyes immediately can see them. And it's so beautiful to see the contrast between the red and the green. And as you go down on the vine of the tomato, since it's a is it called a vine? Okay, the climbing plant, it has the vine kind of. It is viney in a way, like it wraps around. So as you go down, there are these green ones, and you get to realize that, hold up, why don't they all ripe at the same time? They're all on the same plant. And then you also get to realize that nature cheats for you and tells you that everyone has their own timing. Everyone has a timing where they will ripe. So it doesn't make sense to even feel bad. You're like, how come the other person is ripening and I'm not ripening? It doesn't make sense. What makes sense is to wait for your turn. It will happen. But until then, yeah, we're gonna focus, We're not going to rush the process. We're going to rest when time is needed to rest. You're too serious, as I always say, like chill. Yes, but at the same time, yeah, you need to lock in. You ready? We're gonna do this together. Yeah, wave. Wave goodbye. Hey. Wave goodbye. Wave goodbye. You ready to surrender? I showed up. So in case they don't show up again, yes, I need to focus. Just like we're practicing these things together. So if I don't show up, it's because I need to also, lock in. So I can't wait to see your masterpieces. So when we go back to the football match, I'm betting on myself. But this time, this time it has taken me 1 hour to convince you. Next time, I'll come back. You ready? You ready? Okay. Come on. Yeah, Wait, what is this called? We pump up our body before we get into the game. You have everything. Like, stop checking. Our object of faith is God. Yeah. So don't even feel sorry for me. Come on, you're feeling sorry for me. Okay. Yeah, no one should feel sorry for you. Remember. Oh my God, man, you're going back. But remember, never, ever, ever play victim. Never play victim. When you play victim, yeah, never play victim. Okay, you ready? Never play victim. Come on. You are a Christian. Olimu Christayo. You are a Christian. So, man, me, I'm a Christian. Don't see that. It's been nice meeting you. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, this is your one world beautiful life. Come on. No second chances. No rewind button. So enjoy it to the fullest. Thank you for being here. And in case we didn't connect, maybe one more time, one other day, we will. But at the same time, it's been beautiful to have you here. Thank you for your time. Okay, we're ready. Yeah, turn your back. Turn your back. Turn. We are surrendering and we're gonna take that leap of faith and fall. Don't worry, you won't hit the ground. You won't. In fact, as I told you, eyes on God, feet on the ground. There is nothing like eyes on maybe. Good things happen when what? When you try. Fly. Fly on your own. Until next time, I'm out.